All right, we live. What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod, back with another video. And today I'm gonna share some of the stuff that I picked up over this past weekend, mainly from thrift stores. I did hit up a couple outlets, but I'm not gonna share that in today's video. I'm probably gonna share that later on this week. But I did pick up a few pieces, and the good thing about the sale from this past weekend was that shirts were half off, and I was kind of slowing down on picking up dress shirts, especially for men, dress shirts and casual shirts, because I was seeing somewhat of like a slowdown when it came to that. But I realized, of course, with the summer slowdown, most people aren't buying dress clothes and casual shirts like that. A lot of people are wearing t-shirts during the summer, so I'm starting to pick more of those up, and I got some really good brands to share with you guys. So those of you that's in the chat, shout out to you all. Thanks for joining the chat early. We got about 15 people in here so far. So hit the like button, and I'm gonna just jump right straight into it. So first up is this pair of Keen boots, and I actually got these from Buffalo Exchange. Those of you that follow the channel know that that's one of my favorite places to source, and that's mainly because, especially when it comes to shoes, I know sometimes their clothing might be a little expensive, but the shoes I usually get for a really good deal, only because most of the buyers there, they don't know exactly all the details for certain shoes. So I usually get away with finding some really good deals. So this is a pair of Keen boots actually. And hiking boots, especially during the next few months, these are going to be selling for about $50 to $60 for me. I picked these up for 24 bucks, and I actually had some store credit because I'm always trading stuff in anytime I'm in the area. So I was able to trade up for these, and like I said, 24 bucks, and I got two pairs of shoes and a jacket from them. So that was an overall really good haul. Like I said, I only spent maybe 30 minutes in there. Let's see. I'm gonna periodically try to go through in the chat. So if you guys have any questions, definitely drop that in the comment section. I'll try to just try to engage with you guys as much as possible while I'm going through all of these stuff. Let's see. Somebody got purple. Do you typically have a list of brands to look out for when thrift shopping? No, I usually just know what sells pretty fast. I pretty much, honestly, I sell a lot of the same brands because that's usually the same brands that I find. So I kind of just got used to sticking to the same brands. But I'm gonna be dropping that ebook soon, just with some of the brands and stuff like that to look out for. I was kind of taking my time trying to put that out, but I'm definitely gonna be dropping that before the year is over. So next up, we got this pair of Doc Marten boots. And Doc Marten boots, especially for men or women, they usually always sell for some decent profit. These were pretty scuffed up, but these should still sell for some decent profit. I actually paid, I think, $5 for these from Goodwill, and probably because they were so scuffed up. But at the end of the day, I'm definitely still glad about this sale because I've sold Doc Marten boots in worse condition for like $50. And I don't actually have the gray polish for these, but I'll just try to clean them up, take the photos as is, and I'll probably get maybe 40, maybe $50 for these if I'm lucky. But like I said, Doc Marten boots always something that I try to look out for, regardless of its overall condition. Next, we got another pair of Keen hiking shoes, and I sold a pair of these not too long ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I sold these, and these are also from Buffalo Exchange, and these are only $22.50. So getting a pair of shoes this low, especially for this time of the year, this is like perfect. This is ideal because right now it might not sell for the like basically it might not sell for as much as I would like it to, but trust me, within the next 2 to 3 months, I'll probably get maybe $70 for these because that's when people will be buying more outdoor boots, hiking boots, stuff like that. So definitely be on the lookout for Keen. We grabbed 2 pairs of those, so those should sell pretty quick. Nate Ricks just started listing skis and jackets for Q4. That's what's up. That's how you do it because you gotta list you gotta stay one season ahead every time. So if you're currently in summer, you want to make sure you're sourcing for winter and fall. And that's what I was doing basically all summer. I was just trying to prepare for winter and fall, and now was actually the time to start listing those things because some people like to shop early, some people like to get their Christmas stuff out the way, some people know they're planning a trip, so they want to get all those stuff out the way. So definitely going to be the time to list those type of stuff. Someone said, hi, when do you refer Goodwill? When you refer to Goodwill, do you usually shop at the stores or the bins? I usually shop at the stores. I do have some bins in my area, but I don't really go there. I don't necessarily like the bins. I don't like that environment, but I don't go often enough to even judge it properly in the one in my area. So I might do a video out there. I might not, but we'll see. In your upcoming men's brand guide, are you going to include tag pictures? I'm a visual learner and I pay top dollar for the extra help. I'm definitely going to try to include tag pictures, include like, just going to try to make it, it's easier for people to kind of digest. But I'm most likely going to drop that ebook before I drop another men's brand video. That was probably just like a teaser, just to let you guys kind of get a feel for it, kind of let you know what to look out for. But the guide I'm going to put out is going to be much more in depth. Probably going to take me a lot of time too, but definitely going to put that out soon. Next is this cowboy hat, and I usually don't pick up stuff like this because it might be kind of like troublesome to ship. But I'm probably just going to try to find a box, a pretty big box, and just try to wrap this up properly, because the only reason why I picked this one up, the brand is actually Resistol, and I believe it's Tough Hedman. It might be, I don't know, but the Resistol was in the tag. And after checking these comps, I saw the hat, I think the same hat sold for like $70, or they had some listed really, really high. And this one was really in good shape. So I might also try to list this on Craigslist or on Facebook, because I do know a lot of people in this area would appreciate a hat like this. And I might just try to shoot maybe $60, $70, somewhere around there. Because like I said, shipping this might be a problem, but selling it locally might be the best way to go. So if you guys see a hat like that, Tough Hedman, definitely pick that one up, because the comps is crazy. Next, we got this Patagonia jacket. This one was really nice, really clean. I picked this one up. I believe I spent $12 for this one. A little more expensive than I would like to spend on Patagonia jackets, but at the end of the day, it's Patagonia, and I know jackets and fleeces are selling like crazy right now, and I'm pretty sure I'd get at least $50 for this jacket. It was in a men's small, and it had like a fleece lining on the inside, so it's pretty warm. So I'll list this. I'll probably list this one either today or tomorrow, and hopefully it sells soon, because just checking the comps, I was seeing a ton of these have been selling really, really fast. So definitely going to be on the lookout for more of those as the weather starts to change up, because I believe in New York it's already getting cold. So we'll see how fast that one sells. Let's see who's in the chat. Someone says they can't wait for that. Definitely going to be dropping that ebook soon. Home Depot box air pillow. Not sure. Got to try the bins. The bins are okay in Orlando. That's a great hat. Thank you very much. If you want the hat, let me know and I could get it out to you. So this is a Nautica jacket, and this is not a vintage Nautica piece. Honestly, when I thought about this piece really long, because I was thinking to myself, it might not sell for much. And I paid $8 for this jacket, and it had the Nautica spell out on the sleeve. And usually anytime it has like a spell out or any type of large graphic on jackets, I usually try to get those because I know people like that. But this is a modern Nautica piece. The vintage Nautica pieces might sell a little better, but this is a modern Nautica tag. This is something you might find in like a Macy's or even a Ross. So I'll probably shoot for about $30 for this, because I know in the stores it's probably $50 or less. So we'll see how much that sells for. Definitely going to be putting this one up pretty soon as well, because like I said, people are shopping for jackets right now like crazy. Let's see. Hey, I love your videos. Have you sold Sam Edelman shoes? I think I sold some heels for women, maybe some like black leather pumps or something like that. I sold for maybe $40, but usually I only pick them up if they're in really good condition. I usually don't pick them up if they're kind of used or kind of rough, because the brand itself isn't like a high-end brand. I was curious because I was just at Goodwill out here in Phoenix this morning, and they were selling Hollister jeans for $12.99. That's ridiculous. Hollister jeans is probably $19.99 in the store, so $12.99, that's ridiculous. That's not gonna work. But shout out to you in Phoenix. We're gonna be out there pretty soon for Posh Fest. So if you're going to Posh Fest, drop a comment, let me know. See you guys when we get out there. Pick this one up as well. This was a Patricia Wang vest. This vest was really dope, really clean. If you guys follow the channel, you know I had picked up a Patricia Wang leather jacket from the Goodwill, the half off sale that day. And I didn't list that one yet because it did have some stains, so I'm going to try to clean that one up. But this vest was really dope, and I see a lot of Patricia Wang stuff selling for like $50, $60. So that's probably what I'm going to list this one as, so you guys can see the tag, know what to look for. Patricia Wang. The first time I saw that brand was at that sale, and then this is the second time. So I don't know if Patricia Wang, I don't know if it's just a coincidence. I don't know if the brand is dying out. Drop a comment, let me know if you guys familiar with it, because I haven't sold anything Patricia Wang ever. But As long as I keep finding it and the comps looking good, I'll keep picking it up. Let's see in the chat. Do you think Woolrich, John Rich, and Bros sells for a good amount of profit? I saw one at the Goodwill and didn't pick it because I was edgy about it. Woolrich pieces, they do sell decent. Usually the vintage stuff sells a lot better. I actually had a Woolrich jacket. I believe it was like the Mackinac style, so it was like a really big plaid, like black and red plaid. And I know the comps for those were kind of high, selling for like $60, but I had that listed for at least 6 months now. So it's probably good. It's probably a good thing that you didn't pick that one up because it might have just sat for a while. Hell no on the hat. Been there, done that. My man said, nice Nautica jacket. Good evening, Akil. I do most of my shopping at local Goodwills, about 7 to 8 in my area on Saturdays when our color of the week is only $1. Do you have these deals at yours? No, I do not. I really wish we did because I would really make a killing. Anytime they have sales on colors, it's usually like 50% off on blue or 50% off on red. And that's usually during the week. But my Goodwill, their prices are pretty decent. Their prices sometimes goes up. It really just depends on who the pricer is. So I don't really complain too much about the pricing. But anytime it's the half off sale, that's usually when I get a ton of stuff in one day. Next, let me show you guys this vintage jacket. This is these vintage Nike jackets. I believe this one was from the 80s, might be the 70s. Those who know, drop a comment. The Nike white tag stuff usually sells for some decent profit. I picked this one up for I think $5, and this one should sell for about $40. But it doesn't have any really big Nike logos or anything like that. Just 2 checks on the sleeve, nothing on the back. But like I said, the white tag stuff usually does sell for some decent profit. So I'm not sure if it's 80s or 70s. Drop a comment if you guys know. I'm gonna have to do some more research before I actually list this, but just show you guys again. If you guys see these white Nike tags, that means it's vintage. That means it's worth more money. And you could definitely raise a little more. Somebody says, what size is that? I was a large. That jacket was a large, but these. Let me make sure it was a large, and I'm not. This jacket was an extra large, actually. But, these old school jackets are really big. So this fits more like a double XL. But if you like that, that puffy side, that puffy style, that might be for you. I'm going to get it listed on Poshmark ASAP. Let's see. I would be there. Didn't get my tickets in time. That's how I feel about eBay Open. I didn't even know eBay Open had put up their pre-sale tickets. And then before I even knew it, it was already sold out. But I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in attendance. So I'll probably drop some content for you guys, vlog the experience as much as I can. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Someone says, is Posh Fest worth the cost? This is going to be my first time going to Posh Fest. So like I said, I'll let you guys know what the experience was like, if it's worth it. For the most part, anytime it comes to those type of conferences and those type of networking events, it's usually just about the networking. You might get some gems here and there, but it's really just about meeting some new people, trying to make some connections wherever you can, passing out business cards, that type of situation. So those are usually what those type of events is best for. If you're there kind of like trying to learn, you might be better off getting stuff off of YouTube. But like I said, I don't know. This is going to be my first event. Let's see. First live chat. Shout out to you. Thanks for joining in. Someone said, avoid my Goodwill here in Illinois. Overpriced. No dollar days. Wish we had bins. Yeah, some Goodwills are just out of control. But that's when you got to just source in other places, man. But next up is this crazy leather jacket. This was the jacket I told you guys I picked up from Buffalo Exchange. This one is a heavy duty leather jacket right here. Very, very high quality. I have a leather jacket like this from H&M myself, but this one is a size 38 regular. The one I have is a size medium. But if this was my size, I probably would have kept it just to have 2. That's the type of person I am. But this jacket, really nice, really clean. At the end of the day, it's H&M, so I'm not going to expect top dollar for this jacket. But I'm still going to price it on the high side because it is genuine leather, high quality, really, really heavy. So this ain't like a $20 jacket by any means. But I did get it from Buffalo Exchange. I paid $36 for this. But like I said, I had some money on trade, so I didn't spend any cash at the end of the day. So that was a good little pickup. I showed you guys all the shoes. Let's see who else is in the chat. Hello, have you ever sold cinch men's button-down shirts? Oh, it's a funny thing you asked. That's the next things I'm about to show you guys. I actually picked up about 5 cinch shirts, and these are all like Western style shirts. I got this one right here, and like I said, the shirts at the Goodwill that day was $3 a piece. So I grabbed a bunch, and I used to pass on cinch, but a couple months ago I had found a cinch shirt. I think I paid $1 for it, and it ended up selling for 25 the same day. So ever since then, I started just picking them up, making sure that they're, you know, in good condition, of course. And the good thing about these all had that dry cleaning tag, so I knew they didn't have any holes or any flaws or anything like that, no stains. Not to say just because it has this, it would be flawless, but the good thing about it is that the buyer would know that it was just dry clean. So I'll probably sell each of these shirts for like 25 a piece. All of them was a size large, and size large is a pretty good size. So we got this one here for $3. We got this cinch one here. This one was crazy. Somebody might rock this for, I don't know, if their style is really like flamboyant, they might rock this on a regular basis. It's more like a New Year's Eve shirt. I don't know. We got another one from Cinch, and this is the Cinch Modern Fit. This is actually one that I had that sold really quickly. It was the same style, but just in red. This one is orange and gray. And they all had that dry cleaning tag on there. So I'm definitely not going to take that off because I'm going to make sure it's seen in the photos. That way people feel a little more confident about picking it up. Let's see. Let me know when you come out here, Akil. Are you in Arizona? Nate Ricks. Someone said, do you ever sell the North Face and Columbia clothes? North Face shirts. I used to sell North Face shirts pretty often, but I don't sell them as much anymore. I still have one in my inventory, and it's been taken there. It's been sitting for a while, so I'm probably going to pass on North Face shirts. Jackets, of course, coats, outerwear, parkas, all those sell for a lot of profit. Boots even sell for some decent profit. But the clothes, I'm probably going to stop passing on those. Columbia pieces, same thing. They don't sell like they used to. Akil, have you gone over to eBay Managed Payments? Reason for the question is Managed Payments do not support global shipping program. Do you ship any of your items international? Oh, okay, I didn't know that was a thing with the Managed Payments. I haven't gone over to that process yet, and I do ship a lot of stuff via the global shipping program. I ship maybe 5 or 6 things a month via global shipping program, and then maybe 5 or 6 regular international mail. So we'll see about that. I might have to do some more research before I go into the managed payment thing. But I mean, I don't know. Drop a comment if you guys are in the managed payment process on eBay. Let me get some thoughts and opinions on that, because I haven't even done a lot of research on it, to be honest with you. But I do think it could be worthwhile. Switching things up a little bit from the Sin shirts. This one is actually from Stetson, and Stetson shirts sell for a decent amount of profit as well. This one is pretty dope. Had like an orange and blue paisley print to it. And like I said, this is definitely for somebody that got that kind of style, that appreciates, you know, some prints and some bright colors. I'm probably going to drop I'm probably going to sell this one for 30, because I did see Stetson shirts selling for a little more profit. But here's the other Sin shirt, and all of these shirts was $3 a piece. So for me, selling it for $30, that's definitely some decent profit to be made. We got this red simple shirt. 2 more cinch. Got a plaid. Like I said, all really clean, all size large. So I guarantee all from the same person. And this one is Rain Spooner. Now this was a short sleeve summertime shirt. And Rain Spooner, drop a comment if you guys know. Rain Spooner used to sell for a ton of profit. Rain Spooner shirts, let me show you the tag. These type of shirts used to sell for like $50 a couple years ago, but the brand, just like most clothing brands, the brand kind of died down a little bit. But still, I still pick them up every time I can find them, especially if I get it for a good deal. And I think I paid $250 for this shirt. So this one, I'll probably list this for about $30, $35. And I believe this was a size XL. So size XL, that's a good size. If it was a size small, I might have passed on it, because I know that probably would have taken a while to sell. But this one should do well, especially for those trying to go on vacation anytime soon. So we'll see. And then, like I said, Rain Spooners, some people just like those type of pop-over shirts. So even if it's not on trend anymore, people will still pick it up. Ever heard of Andrew Mark New York? Have a nice leather jacket to list. Yeah, Andrew Mark is a decent brand. It doesn't sell for a ton of profit, but I mean, if I see a good leather jacket from it, I'll still pick it up. But it's not one of those pieces that I'm gonna go crazy over because it doesn't sell for that much. If you check the eBay comps, you probably see them selling for like 30-40 bucks. The really, really nice ones, especially in a big size, might sell for more. But you just got to kind of do your own use your own judgment when it comes to those pieces. Let's see. First time watching live. Love your vids. I was wondering if something on Poshmark or eBay sits for a long time. Do you or would you recommend deleting and reposting? I never deleted and reposted something. I actually I would take new photos if I realized the photos were bad, or I might just adjust the pricing. But I never actually deleted and reposted anything on Poshmark. I don't know if that works. I know for eBay, if you delete it after like 30 days or 60 days, it gets a new eBay item number. So that would be good for the search rankings. But in terms of Poshmark, I don't know if that actually does anything. Let's see. Did I miss anything? I could have swore Thrifty Texas, he retracted his message. Okay. I really enjoy your videos. It's helping to explore selling more men's items. That's what's up. I think that's probably the best part about my channel, the fact that I sell men's clothing, and a lot of other people on YouTube, they kind of sell a mixture of some. But for me, I try to really focus on men's clothing because that's my strength. So I just try to stick to the strengths. Next up, this was something crazy. I got about maybe 50 of these. Drop a comment if you guys are familiar with these J.R. Watkins soap. I got about 50 of these. These are like just I would say just high-end hand soap. I was seeing that one was selling for like $10 on eBay. I've seen some sell for $12, and these were only $149 a piece. So I picked up all of them that they had, and they had like 50, maybe 55. So I grabbed all of them. Some I'll probably sell, some I'll definitely keep for the house because we usually don't get $12 soap because that's a lot of money. But if I can, sell maybe 10 of them, get my money back, and then keep the rest, that would be a good investment. So drop a comment if you guys familiar with J.R. Watkins soap. If you see these in your Goodwill and it's a good price, definitely pick it up. It's definitely better than using soft soap or any of those dollar store stuff that I'm used to. I really enjoy your videos. It's helping me to explore. I feel like I have too many. When listing on eBay, do you list as buy it now or auction? I usually list at buy it now. Auction stuff gets a little tricky depending on what the item is, because when I used to do auctions, I would get a ton of people that would not pay. Like they would wait for they would be one of the first people that would bid on an item. Then 7 days later, they have buyer's remorse. They don't want to pay. And I was just realizing that was happening a lot and just too often for me. So I just stopped doing that. And now I just list everything buy it now. But there is sometimes if I have an item that's kind of unique and I'm not sure how to price it, I might start the auction at whatever I'm most comfortable with. So if it's a item that usually will sell for 50 bucks, but I've seen some people get a little more, I'll start my auction at 50. That way, if I get anything over 50, like that's a win. But anything less than that, it is what it is. Let's see. Mr. Thrifty, Texas. I came across the Avenue clothing store that was closing down. They were selling everything for $5. I cleaned up big time. That's what's up. Avenue, I believe, is a women's store. I think it's like a plus size women's clothing store. So a lot of the stuff you got should sell for some decent profit because plus size clothing always sells better online. Always. I'm not sure if you will get top dollar, and some of it might sit because I know the Avenue in my area, they was closing down too. And I didn't even go in there because I already knew. I think it wasn't usually the best time to go in is like those last few days. And I saw that they were closing like 2 weeks ago. So stuff were probably still, maybe 20%, 30% off. But if you got everything for $5 a piece, you did good. You did real good. Someone says, yes, Avenue is plus size, just as nice as Lane and Torrid. Yeah, so you definitely did good. If you got a lot of dresses, honestly, you might want to put it on a mannequin or put it on a hanger. I know I do a lot of flat lays, but flat lays for dresses and stuff like that, a lot of women's clothing is probably better for a mannequin. So you might want to do that just to try to make your pictures look a little better. And that's another reason why I don't sell a lot of women's clothing, because you dealing with a mannequin just takes too much time. You gotta steam everything. You gotta have the mannequin a certain way. For me, I just drop it on the floor. I might have a background, a white background, or I might just lay it on the floor. As long as your background is clean and non-distracting, you're good to go. Someone said I'm terrible at flat lays. Got any tips? one tip for sure, you definitely don't need to put like accessories in photos. I've been seeing some people put random stuff that's not included, and they like try to style it. And some people, so for some sales that works, but for me, I just literally just lay if it's a shirt, I lay the shirt out. Especially if you're selling on Poshmark, I just try to um I might hold the phone up a little higher just so that I can get the complete image. But for the most part, I'm not trying to do anything too complicated. Just try to make sure it's smooth. You definitely might want to iron it if it's wrinkly, because in a flat lay, if it's wrinkly, it's just gonna look bad. But let's see. On eBay, should I use require immediate payment button? Absolutely. You definitely want to make sure that a require immediate payment button is checked off, because somebody might just click, they might just buy it, and then they might expect you to wait. They might buy it on Monday and expect you to wait until Friday for them to get paid. And of course, if you're fine with that, that's cool. But for me, if you're buying something from me that day, I expect you to pay for it that day. So you definitely want to make sure that button is checked, because if not, they could wait forever. They could wait 3-4 days if they want. And who wants to wait that long? I'm getting more into selling men's clothing now. I need to get better at flat lays. Yeah, flat lays is where it's at. The chi steamer, the shy steamer garment bag is awesome. I have not heard about a steamer garment bag. Does it actually steam the clothing in the bag? Like, I've never heard of that. That sounds very, very interesting. I think I showed you guys just about everything that I did grab. So if you guys got any other questions, drop that in the live chat. Probably just gonna stick around maybe till 30 minutes. Just some quick housekeeping. Just wanted to thank everybody that's on Patreon right now. Definitely appreciate the support. I'm about to be dropping a podcast episode probably tomorrow. There's some topics I definitely want to discuss. So if you guys are in the Patreon, I know Mr. Thrifty Texas, I know he's in there. Definitely stay tuned for that, because I'm going to be dropping that tomorrow. In terms of from some videos for the week, the wedding is coming up next weekend. The wedding is going to be here. So right now we just trying to, work out all the last minute stuff. But for the most part, we all set. We all ready. Still excited. Somebody had commented and said if I wasn't nervous or anxious or anything like that, but it's more so just excitement, just happy, and go on this honeymoon and just relax a little bit. Because as you guys know, I thrift every day, put in all this work every day. So it's good to just relax and just chill. So, that's what I'm looking forward to for the next week. And when I chill, I ain't even looking at my phone, nothing. Someone said, congrats. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, dropping the congratulations. I appreciate the love, man. Tracy, what is Patreon? Patreon is just basically, you could call it my Proud to Pay program. It's basically where I offer exclusive content only on Patreon. I got a podcast that I do there. I try to do it weekly, as long as I get some solid content, because I don't want to just bore you guys. But I try to do that every week. Try to put out the stuff that sells on eBay. I usually share that stuff on there, because my eBay store is private, so people just can't pull up to the eBay store and see my sold listings. And I think that's probably some of the most beneficial stuff, because I do a lot of Poshmark content, but in terms of eBay is still my main platform. That's where I sell the majority of my items. So I just try to offer that offer that advice to people on Patreon, because that's where I'm really that's where a lot of my sales come. So that's what I'm trying to do with that. But in terms of Patreon, it's growing. We got a lot of support on there, so I definitely appreciate it. People saying congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Can't wait to see the pictures. Yeah, the picture's gonna be fire. The picture's about to be fire. We got a photographer all the way from New Orleans, so you already know. Someone says, I hate eBay. People buy and don't pay. That's the one thing eBay needs to fix. Like, that should not be an option. Like, if I like how Poshmark, once you accept the offer, the payment goes through. eBay still has some kinks and stuff like that to work out, because that whole somebody accepting an offer and then they still have some time to pay, that's just ridiculous. I don't know when they're gonna fix that. I don't know if they ever will fix that, or if they can, but that eBay definitely needs to learn from Poshmark and Mercari and Amazon, because you can't put an offer in on Amazon. You know what I mean? It's like you buy it now, you like the price, and that's it. eBay is a little too much negotiations, too much back and forth. But I mean, it does have that auction background. So I think they're trying to keep it that way so that people can feel like, they're getting a deal. But anyway, thanks. Someone says congratulations. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you to everybody that's dropping these congratulations. It definitely means a lot. Been with Dom a long time, so it's only right. Is there any chance you'd make an eBay tutorial video like how to use it and sell? Oh, I have a whole like eBay tutorial like from start to finish on Patreon. I have everything from shipping to taking photos to the setup, everything about eBay that you need to get started is on there. And I did it on there because, like I said, I make a lot of Poshmark content. But for those that are selling on Poshmark now and want to sell on eBay later, that whole like eBay 101, it's kind of like almost, you could say it's like an online course, but it's basically just steps like 1 through 8. And anything that I think of randomly, I'll just always drop that in there. So, I'm just trying to offer exclusive content, help people start their eBay business. That's why I don't offer best offer. Got burned a few times with best offer option. The thing with why you got to accept offers, not saying you have to, but the good thing about accepting offers is that it helps you move inventory. And for some people, they might love the item, but they might love it at, say, $5 less or $4 less or even $10 less. And for me, I try to do kind of like a mixed kind of system where I'm like focusing on quantity and I'm really trying to move items fast instead of holding on to an item for 2 months just to get an extra $5. I'm trying to just move more volume. So that's why I use best offer. But for a lot of people, I know they don't do it. Everything they have is just buy it now. And that's cool. I've tried that system for a while, but I realized my sales slowed down tremendously when I wasn't accepting offers on pieces. So I just went back to it, and everything has been back on track since then. Somebody said, "What is your Poshmark name?" Poshmark name is DapperAdvisor. It's in the link in the description, but you could check out the closet. You could buy something if you want. I ship it out. Ship it out same day. Do you cross list all? What's percentage of sale on each? Honestly, it's probably like 70-30. 70% of my sales probably still come from eBay. And that says a lot because Poshmark, you guys follow the channel, I've been selling a lot. Like I'm selling at least 5 to 6 things on Poshmark alone every day. But eBay is still where it's at. And the big thing too is that eBay, I'm still selling a lot of the more expensive stuff. On the Poshmark, people aren't I guess comfortable with selling with spending $100 on certain stuff. But on eBay, I might sell 2-3 things that's $100+, especially now when I'm selling a lot of leather jackets and coats and stuff like that. Those are more expensive. And if I put it up on Poshmark, I'll get offers, but I'm getting offers for $100 jacket for $20. So eBay is where I'm making more larger profits, but I've scaled my Poshmark Closet up really pretty quickly. I would say probably like in 3 months, I was able to kind of scale my Poshmark inventory from like 100 to about 250. And that's where I'm at with it right now. I think I might keep it at that level only because that's probably most comfortable for me. But we'll see. In the next couple of months, I might get better and I might feel more confident in terms of scaling up and having 400 or 500 items in my Poshmark closet. But I do know it was a task. It was like a challenge for me to get to 250, only because the things I pick up sell pretty quickly. So that's a good thing. But also, I don't just pick up stuff just to pick it up. Like I really try to kind of hone in on what brands are selling, what brands are hot. So you could only sell what you find. And if I'm only finding those strong of brands, then that's what I'm picking it up. How do you store your inventory? I use bins, plastic bins, basically for everything. Shoes, I put shoes in a bin as well, throw it on a rubber band, just so that the bottoms aren't touching each other. But for the most part, everything goes in bins, bins and storage racks. So the bins, I just try to stack everything up. I used to use a clothing rack, but I have my stuff in the garage, so I don't necessarily want to have stuff, just out in terms of like being out with the elements and, stuff like that. So everything goes in bins, and it works. It works pretty well for me. Someone says, is Posh worth it? And how about Macari? Poshmark is definitely worth it. Like Poshmark literally changed my business. Like I said, 70 to 30%, but just imagine making 30% more sales in a year. Like that's crazy. Like 30% was huge for me. And it was just, and Poshmark paid for the wedding. Like that's big. Poshmark is definitely worth it. In terms of Mercari, I would assume it's worth it. I've never sold on there. I've bought things on Mercari, but I mean, I only sell on eBay and Poshmark for now. But for the most part, I would still say it's worth it. Poshmark is only growing, so I guess the sooner you get in, the better off you would be, because Poshmark is like I said, it's growing. The resale industry as a whole is growing. So the faster you can get in and kind of develop some programs and some systems to develop a really good business, the better off you are. eBay's been around forever, and there's still a lot of people that haven't touched eBay. And at this point, not to say it's too late, but if you start off with Poshmark, you'd be better off and then moving on to eBay, because Poshmark is super easy compared to eBay. Someone says, congrats on the wedding. Thank you very much, bro. Someone says, we'll look into immediate payment required button. Yeah, you always want to make sure that is checked off. And the good thing is, once you start checking that off, every new listing is always going to have it checked off. So you don't always have to keep going back. Someone says, watch all your content inspired me to do, and watch all your content. You inspired me. That's what's up. I'm glad I'm able to inspire some people. Go out and get this money. Do you use List Perfectly, the cross post listing software? No, I actually just heard about this not too long ago. Someone else in one of my live chats mentioned List Perfectly. Haven't used it yet. Drop a comment if you guys are using that. I don't know if it's free. I don't know if you got to pay for it. I'm assuming you would have to pay for it, but I have no experience with that software. But I would check it out. I mean, I'll test it and see if it's worthwhile, because for me, not everything that I have goes on both platforms, but some stuff, like most clothing would go on Poshmark, but I still sell a lot of hard goods too. Like I can't sell this on Poshmark, and this is stuff I'm definitely trying to sell. So that's definitely something to keep in mind if you guys want to do both. What if you sell a bundle on Posh, but when you weigh it, it's over 5 pounds? What do I do now? If it's over 5 pounds, you can you have to go to upgrade a label, and I think it's like an extra $1.75 to upgrade the label. So definitely want to do that, because I feel like if you don't, especially depending on your post office, if you don't upgrade the label, they might not ship it out, and they might do like return to sender. But some post offices, they don't weigh it. But if your post office does, they'll definitely not going to ship it out. It really helps, but there's a monthly fee. How much is the monthly fee for this List Perfectly? Because I feel like it could be super beneficial, if it's a seamless cross post, like the same thing in the description. If they can make a title for you too, because eBay gives you a way longer title space compared to Poshmark. So for me, I used my entire space. If it's 60 characters eBay lets you use, I usually use all 60 characters, but Poshmark gives you like 30 characters. So I'm a little questionable on that. Someone says $29.99 unlimited listings. Now, if you have a really large store, that's perfect. But for somebody like myself, not to say my store is so small, but it is on the smaller side, I don't think I need that. I don't think that'll be beneficial for me. That's a lot of money every month. I'm already paying eBay all this money every month for their fees, so paying another fee might not be worth it. Someone says, Vasquez Vintage, thanks for all you do for the community. Thank you very much. Question, favorite men's dress shoe to sell? Favorite dress shoe? I sell a lot of Allen Edmonds. Those sell fast. Other dress shoes, probably Allen Edmonds. There's other good dress shoes out there to find. I just don't find them often. So I could name you a bunch of like high-end Ferragamo and all of those brands, or like Ketone, but I don't find them. But anytime I find Allen Edmonds, and as long as it's really good quality, I can sell those for as much as $100 sometimes. The cheapest is $29.99. The premium package is $69. Yeah, they definitely asking a lot, but I mean, the service sounds like it could be beneficial if you have a large store. Those type of people that have over 1,000 listings and you're trying to cross posting on both is not like $30 is a deal. You know what I mean? Because cross posting 1,000 plus on both platforms is a lot. What love the channel? What are some brands you would pick up a year ago but don't pick up anymore? Oh my goodness, that's a long list. Check out my videos. I did what brands not to sell. I did 3 videos like that, and almost all of those brands. And each video, I think I spoke about 15 brands, and all of those brands I've tried at least once or twice, and it did not work. But just off the top of my head, Tommy Bahama, those are stuff I don't pick up often anymore, unless it has like something dope about it. Like if it has like a logo on the back or some embroidery on the back, I'll pick it up. But Tommy Bahama even last year was still kind of slow. But that's definitely one I definitely don't pick up anymore. The market is just flooded. Polo Ralph Lauren is another one. It has to be like a really large size or something vintage. Other than that, I'm not picking it up. Let's see. For less than 100 listings, is a basic store worth it? Does it make listing quicker? It doesn't make it quicker, but if you have less than 100 listings, you would still save money with a basic eBay store, because say you have, because eBay gives you the 50 free listings, but if you don't sell out all 50 in the month, you're gonna have to, relist those stuff, and they're gonna use to relist. You're gonna have to use a new listing. So even if you got a basic eBay store that gave you not a basic, you should probably get a starter eBay store. That might be the best option for you. Get a starter eBay store. Someone says, doesn't make it quicker. Yeah, it definitely doesn't make it quicker. Definitely doesn't. It's the same process. It just makes, when you have a store, it just makes you save money on fees. Basically, that's probably one of the best things about having a store. Vasquez Vintage says, I'm branching out into used men's dress shoes, high-end ones. Yeah, as long as you're getting some high-end dress shoes, you should be good to go. I'm trying to think of any more brands off the top of my head, but I can't really think of them. I might actually make a video on that. That might be a good video for people to check out. Someone says Eddie Bauer. Eddie Bauer is not a brand I pick up. I don't pick up that brand because it doesn't really sell. All right, y'all. We got 63 people in the chat. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Definitely goes a long way. Helps the channel get out there a little more. I think that's basically all we got, unless anybody got any other questions. But I think that's all we got for today. Like I said, if you guys are interested in joining the Patreon, I'll be happy to have you. Help you in any way I can. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Try to drop some videos this week, but like I said, the wedding is coming up, so if you guys don't see me till next week, you know why. All right, y'all, see you guys in the next one. Peace.